have a quick foam roller workout today. So we're just going to begin lying down on our mats. And then once we lie down, foam roller is going to be right underneath our feet. Feet are going to be about hip distance away from each other. Arms are at our sides, and we're starting in our neutral spine. We're going to take an inhale in our neutral, and then on our exhale, let's flatten the low back down into the mat. So we're rolling into our 12, and then we're going to start to peel the spine up off the mat, one vertebrae at a time, using our glutes, using our hamstrings, trying to keep that foam roller nice and still. Take an inhale at the top, and then on our exhale, articulating the spine all the way back down into the mat. Inhale as we come back into our neutral, and again exhale, flattening down, starting to peel the spine up, using our glutes, using our hamstrings. Take an inhale at the top, and then exhale, articulating the spine all the way back down. Inhaling in our neutral, and again exhale, flatten and peel the spine up off the mat. Holding for an inhale. Exhale, articulate that spine all the way back down. Inhaling back into our neutral. And then last one, exhale, flatten and peel the spine up. And then this time we're going to hold ourselves up in this bridge. We're going to roll that foam roller 1 foot at a time away from us, just so our feet are no longer underneath our knees. And then we're going to keep that foam roller just slightly away from us, so we really feel our hamstrings working to stabilize us here. And on an inhale, we're going to roll that foam roller out with our feet as far out as we feel comfortable, straight legs or not. And then on your exhale, bend your knees and bring that foam roller right back in. Inhale, push that foam roller out. And then exhale, pull it back in. 2 more, press it away. Feel those hamstrings really working to pull back in. Last one, press it out. Pull it back in. And then go ahead, roll the spines all the way back down into the mat. Roll that foam roller again, so that it is closer to us. The knees are almost over the feet. And then we're going to go in for some unilateral bridges. So we're going to keep our right foot on, left knees up into our tabletop. We're going to start with an inhale, and then exhale, flatten the low back down, start to peel the spine up. This time we're going to hold ourselves up there. Extend the left leg straight up to the ceiling without the pelvis shifting. We're going to inhale, lower the left leg down towards the floor, and then exhale, kick that leg straight back up. Inhale, lower. Feel that right leg working to stabilize us. Exhale, lift. Pelvis doesn't move as we lower. Exhale, lift. 2 more. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Last one, lowering down. Lifting up, keep that leg straight up to the ceiling. Roll the spines all the way back down into the mat. Come right back into our neutral. Bend your left knee. Set that foot down. Right knee is going to come up into our tabletop. Start with an inhale. Exhale, flatten the low back down. Start to peel that spine up. Extend that right leg straight up to the ceiling without the pelvis shifting. Inhale, lower the right leg down, and then exhale, lift it back up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift. Feel that stabilization again coming from the left side. 2 more. Lower and lift. Last one. Lower, lift. Keep that leg up. Roll the spine all the way back down into the mat, and then go ahead, bend the knee, set that foot right back down. Roll that foam roller now in towards you, so the feet are off of it. We're going to lift our pelvis up, and the foam roller is going to go right underneath our pelvises. Hands can either take the outsides of the foam roller or on top of it, just so that it doesn't move, and the knees are going to drop into a tabletop position. Low back is flat, sacrum is down on that foam roller, so just make sure that it's not too high up into our low backs where we're really arcing into that back. I want you to have a nice flat back onto that foam roller. And then on our inhale, we're going to sway your knees to the right side of the room, letting the hip and the back come up, keeping the left shoulder blade anchored down into the mat. And then on our exhale, we're using our obliques to draw the knees back up into our tabletop. Inhale, swaying to the left side, keeping the right shoulder blade anchored. And then exhale, feeling our obliques bring the knees back. Inhaling as we sway. And then exhale, hooking into the obliques to bring the knees back. Inhale, sway. And then exhale, bring it back. So we're just warming up the spine, warming up our obliques. And then let's do one more to the left. And then exhale to come back up. Now just keep both knees in tabletop. On an inhale, we're going to dip the right toes down towards the mat, keeping that 90-degree angle bend. And then on our exhale, I want you to think hook into your right oblique to draw that knee straight back up. Inhale, dip the left toes down. And then exhale, think left oblique's going to draw that knee back up. Inhale, right toes dip. And then exhale to come back up. Inhaling as we dip. And then exhale to lift. So we have the support of the foam roller underneath our pelvis today. So this should not be an issue for our low backs. It shouldn't be an issue for our hip flexors. We want to think really hooking into those obliques to draw the legs back up. Let's do one more on the right. And then one more on the left. Now, keep both knees together. On an inhale, we're going to dip both toes down as far as you feel comfortable. They don't have to go all the way down to the mat. And then exhale, carve out your low abdominals to lift the knees back up. So think right around your pubic bone to your belly button. Our transverse abdominals are drawing in and up our spine towards our solar plexus to pull the knees back up. Inhale, dip the toes down. And then exhale, carving out the low abdominals to lift. Now, don't forget, we have that saran wrap around our rib cage, so we want to keep our ribs saran wrapped together as we dip, and then exhale using those transverse abdominals to lift. Inhale, dip the toes down, ribs stay together. Exhale, use those transverse abdominals to lift. Let's do two more. And then last one, inhale as we dip down. Exhale, carve out the low abdominals to lift. From there, extend both legs straight up to the ceiling. On an inhale, we're just going to lower the right leg straight down towards the mat. And then exhale again, right oblique lifts that leg back up. Inhale, left leg is going to lower. Exhale, hook into the left oblique to bring it back up. Inhale, right leg lowers. And then exhale, right oblique brings it back up. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, left oblique. Let's do one more right. One more left. Pause at the top, and we're going to do quick alternating legs for scissor kicks. Think pelvis stays nice and steady on that foam roller. Let's kick for 4, 3, 2, last one. Both legs straight back up to the ceiling. Keep those legs glued together. Inhale, lower both legs down to a challenging level. Again, think ribs saran wrap together. Exhale, carve out those low abdominals to lift back up. Inhale, lower the legs down. Exhale, transverse abdominals draw in and up to lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift back up. Inhale, lower. Again, think hook into those low abdominals to lift the legs back up. Two more. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Last one. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift back up. Now hold it up there. Keep your hands on that foam roller. We're going to lift the pelvis up. So on an exhale, I want you guys to use your low abdominals, lift the pelvis up, and then lower the pelvis back down. Exhale, lift. And inhale, lower. Again, use those low abdominals just to get that low back up off the foam roller, and then lower. And lower. And lower. Let's do 3, 2, last one, lower. Good. Now lift the pelvis up, lower the hips down, and then we're going to take that foam roller out. We're going to place the foam roller now behind us. So it's going to go right behind our shoulders, right onto our bra line. Knees are going to be bent. Feet are going to be about hip distance away from each other. And then hands are going to go right behind our head, elbows nice and wide. Now, we're not really worrying about our neutral spine at all during this foam roller series. So for this exercise, most likely we'll get a rocking motion of our pelvis
Just let your pelvis do what it naturally wants to do. So on an inhale, we're going to go back into a spinal extension. Think collarbones are open, elbows are wide, opening up our chest. And then on our exhale, keep the elbows wide as we curl up into an abdominal curl. Inhale, go back into our spinal extension. Exhale, curl back up into that abdominal curl. Inhale back. And then exhale, curling back up. Let's do 3. Exhale to curl, so our rectus abdominis brings us up, those superficial six-pack muscles. And then last one, inhale. Exhale, curl it back up. Now once we come up, knees are going to drop into tabletop. Hands can either stay behind the head or they can go down to our hips. On an inhale, we're going to reach our right leg out away from us. And then exhale, pull that right knee in. Inhale, left leg reaches. Exhale, pull back in. Inhale, right leg. Think right oblique brings it back. Left leg, left oblique. Right leg, right oblique. And then left leg. Again, left oblique. Let's do one more right. One more left. Pull back in again. Hands either stay at your sides or they behind your head. Inhale, we're going to reach both legs out away from us. Exhale, pull both knees back in. Inhale, reach both legs long. Exhale, pull the knees back in. Inhale, reach away. Exhale, back in. Reach out. Pull in. Let's do 2. And in. Last one. Reach out. Pull in. Now keep those knees in tabletop. If your hands are behind your head, they're going to go out your sides. We're going to reach our legs out away from us, and then let's start pumping our arms for our hundreds. Breathing. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 20. Inhale. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 30. Inhale. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 40. Inhale. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 50. Inhale. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 60. Inhale. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 70. Inhale. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 80. Inhale. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 90. Inhale. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 100. Bend the knees. Feel free to hug them into the chest. Set the feet down, hands behind the head. Go back into that spinal extension. Stretch out those abdominals. Might get a couple of adjustments in your spine here. Take an inhale again back here. And then exhale, curl back up into that abdominal curl. Same thing, either hands behind your head or at your sides. Adjust that formula if you need to. Both knees up in tabletop. And then extend both legs straight up to the ceiling. On an inhale, single straight leg lowering, just lower the right leg straight down. Exhale, lift that right leg straight back up. Inhale, left leg lowers. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Lower. Lift. If the neck's ever an issue, bring the hands behind the head to support the neck. Last one on the left leg. Hold it up there. Inhale, lower both legs down to a challenging level. Exhale, carve out your low abdominals to lift. Inhale, lower down. Think transverse abdominals. Draw in and up again towards your spine, up to your solar plexus to lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Let's do 3, 2. Last one, lower. Lift. Bend the knees, set the feet down, hands behind the head, go back into that extension. From there, we're going to lift the head up so that it's just in line with our spine. We're going to lift the hips up off the mat, and then we're just going to rock up and down our spine wherever it feels comfortable. So maybe your mid back needs it a little more, maybe your lower back. Up higher, again, just wherever it feels good to roll out. Might get a couple of adjustments as you roll back and forth. And then from there, we're just going to set the hips right back down onto the mat. Once we set the hips down, legs are going to go nice and long away from us. Arms are going to reach away from us too. Now, on an inhale, let's fold back over the foam roller. Arms reach back. Exhale, nod the chin to the chest. Roll the spine up off that foam roller. Stretch the fingers to the toes. And then stack the spines all the way back up. Let's come kneeling on our mats. And then once we come kneeling, the foam roller is just going to be right underneath our feet again. So once we get the foam roller underneath the feet, we're going to go into a plank. So roll the foam roller out with one foot. Opposite knee should be down onto the floor. Think strong arms, strong abdominals, and then the other foot is going to come up onto that foam roller. So right into a plank position. We're going to hold this plank and we're just going to do a little rock back and forth. Now, if your forearms are an issue, or if your wrists are an issue, come down onto your forearms and do the same little rock back and forth on your forearms. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Bend the knees, set them back down. Take that foam roller now. It's going to go back underneath our pelvis. Once we get it underneath our pelvis, arms are going to reach nice and long out away from us. They're a little wider than shoulder distance away. Legs are nice and long. They're a little wider than hip distance away. We're going to start with a chest lift. So we're going to start to lift the chest. As we do so, we're going to engage our lats and we're going to pull ourselves in so that our shoulders are right over our hands. Eyes should be looking slightly down to the floor so we're not looking up. And then we're going to roll our spines all the way back down, relaxing the legs and the chest. So again, inhale, lift the chest, activating our lats, push into the palms to pull yourselves in, neck in line with the spine, shoulders down, collarbones wide. Exhale, roll all the way back out. 2 more. Inhale, lift, engaging your lats to pull in. Exhale, return ourselves right back out. And then last one, inhale, lift, pull in. We're going to hold ourselves here. We have 8 push-ups. Elbows go wide and then press. 7, 6, 5, squeezing the glutes and the hamstrings. 3, 2, last one. And then roll back out. Once we come out, take that foam roller and it's going to come out from underneath our pelvis. It's just going to go onto the hands and then we're going to finish off with a little stretch. So I'm going to have my knees pretty wide away from each other, my feet together, and then we're just going to roll that foam roller out into a rest stretch or into your child's pose. If it feels good just to hold this position, you can. Otherwise, you can do a little rock up and down. Palms can either be rotated to the floor, that stretches out your chest a little more, or they can be rotated towards each other, which stretches out your lats a little more. Again, just holding it. We're doing a little rock up and down, whatever feels best for your bodies. We're going to bring that foam roller back in. Again, shoulders over the hands. We're going to bring the knees together if you slid them wide. Right hand is going to go to the center of the foam roller. Left hand down to the floor. We're going to roll that foam roller out, and as we do so, we're going to rotate the right palm towards the left side. We're going to rotate our spine to the left, stretching out our left lat. And then if you want to do that roll up and down, again, you can roll up and down, stretching out our right lat. Or you can just hold that stretch. And then let's go ahead, bring it back in, and we'll switch sides. Left hand on, right hand to the mat, rolling away, opening to the right side, and then either holding that stretch, opening up that left lat, or you can do a little rock up and down. And then bring it all the way back in.
sit yourselves down on your mats, and you guys just